Have you ever been to the theme park and you see a kid melting down and you're like, oh, that would never be my kid? Or that's a concern of yours. What happens if there is a meltdown, if my kid has a meltdown at the theme park? Today's video, I want to talk to you about theme parks and meltdowns. And sometimes they happen. It happens to the best of us. It happens to us quite frequently. So today's video, let's talk about it. Theme parks are magical, it's fun, it's exciting, but there's so much to take in, so much. And it sometimes can be very overwhelming for little kids and adults too. I remember the first time I went to Disney thinking, oh my gosh, there's so much to see. How am I going to do it all? I've got to do all the things. And then you got to take a moment and be like, Christina, come down to reality. I can't do it all. Kids have that pressure too. Like they're expected to be perfect little angels and to look excited and enjoy, and you want them to be all these things, and just sometimes it doesn't work out that way. But it's okay. So let's normalize that sometimes there's going to be a meltdown. Let's take the pressure off our kids. Let's not expect them to be perfect. Let's let them just go enjoy and have fun. And then if a meltdown happens, we'll work on it. The first time we took our daughter Penelope to Disney World, she was 4 years old. And she was doing great. She loved Magic Kingdom and seeing the castle. And she is a Frozen girly. So the first time she rode Frozen, she was in awe. And it made her day getting to meet Anna and Elsa. And then one time we were at Animal Kingdom and she was really big into dinosaurs at this time, loved dinosaurs, and we were in the dinosaur area and we had walked out of that little area to try to figure out what we were going to do for a snack, and Scrooge McDuck was there, and we were 90 kids, so we wanted to meet Scrooge McDuck. Penelope wasn't having it. The line was long, it was hot, we were there in September, she was over the line. She wanted to go ride the next ride. And we had a little bit of a meltdown. We ended up getting out of the line and walking over and being like, what's going on? We're seeing Scrooge McDuck, which we ended up not doing. It's just fine. And we ended up going and riding dinosaurs, which she loved. But we had to sit there for a minute and talk through it and be like, okay, what's going on? Why are you so upset on the most magical place on earth? And we also had to keep ourselves in check too. She was tired, she was overstimulated, she was probably needing a snack. And there might have been a moment where I told her, do we need to go back to the room? That look, really. And I wished I could say that I was calmer in that moment as I would have liked to have been. But it was a real parenting moment for all of us. And here's the thing, it's not just toddlers. A couple years ago, I can remember earlier this year, we were at Universal. Our daughter, she's older now, she will tell you she's fine, but I know she has to eat on these time frames, and we don't have much variation between those time frames because hangry Penelope comes out. Hangry Christina makes an appearance time or two, but we won't talk about that. She wasn't crying, but you could see she was frustrated. And 1 minute she's happy, we're coming off a ride and we're all excited and we're talking about how much fun that is. And then the next minute I was like, okay, what do you want to do next? Nothing. I'm like, okay, are you hungry? No. And it's just, we know the signs. So we did have that as a teaching moment, but hey, after she'd had food and calmed down, a few bites in, she's good. We're back to happy, having fun. But we did have to take that as a moment to be like, hey, when you feel like you're getting hungry, we'll still go get all this stuff done. We'll go do what we can and have fun, but you need to make sure you're eating and getting water and staying hydrating. So sometimes even as big kids, even as our kids get older, we have to remember that sometimes they still need help regulating their emotions and knowing when they need a snack or something to eat as well. All right, now that we've established that meltdowns are normal and they happen and they're going to happen, it's hot, it's Florida heat, there's so much going on. It's just somebody is going to have a meltdown at some point. I wanted to give you 7 tips to help prevent meltdowns. But if they do happen, it's okay. The first tip, start slow. Not every family is meant to rope drop. Getting up super early and being there as soon as the park open is not fits every family's lifestyle. And especially if you've been going for several days and the last thing you need is to get up again to do rope drop another day, maybe you need to go in slow. Go get the family a nice breakfast and then get there when you get there. The rides will still be there. The shows will still be there. Sometimes we do need to rest. Tip 2, always keep snacks on you. I always have some kind of snack in my park bag. If it is some goldfishes, an apple, some granola, whatever your kids enjoy, even your big kids, I always keep snacks with me because sometimes the lines are long. You go in between longer than you probably should for snacks and meals. When you sense that there's a change, maybe it's just hunger. And that way, even me and my husband, if we're hungry and we're sitting in line, we have those snacks. We pull them out. We all enjoy them. Tip number 3, stay hydrated. I've said it a few times. It is so hot at these parks, and it's easy to forget how much you need water. We always keep water with us. We do better, I'd say, at Disney because we typically will fill up water bottles and take it into the park with us. A lot of times with Universal, I say that. A lot of times with Universal, we have our refillable cups, so we alternate between a soft drink and water. And if I'm feeling like dehydrated, we'll get more water. And we also keep electrolytes with us so that we can put that in our water during the day as well. Tip number 4 is to find like a cool down spot. Even if it's a shade, a splash pad, like a water feature, somewhere, walk into a store for a few minutes, find you somewhere, get you some air condition, help you cool off. You can find little quiet areas tuck away in the corner, and sometimes you just need to take a few minutes, breathe, regroup, and then go back and enjoy the rest of the day. We've also been known to go back to the room midday. I think that's a great tool that's not utilized enough because everybody's so worried about trying to do so much. So we will, especially when our daughter was younger, when we took her when we were 4, we took her back every day so she could take her nap. These days she don't really nap, but if we're there and it's long park hour days, then we'll go back to the room, cool off, maybe change clothes, freshen up, and then we'll go back in the evening and enjoy the rest of our day. Tip number 5 is watch for warning signs. If your kid is starting to zone out or getting a little whiny, maybe they're rubbing their eyes or getting a little bit more sassier than normal, maybe it's time to give them a snack or take a step back and figure out what's going on. Tip number 6 is teach your little ones to speak up. Let them know that it's okay to tell you when it's time for them to eat, when they're hungry, when they need a snack, when they need something to drink. They may not always know those cues, so it is something for you to watch out for. Even if they're too hot, let them know that it's okay to just let you know. And then lastly, tip number 7, and I think this one I can't stress enough, let go of the pressure that it has to be perfect. If you don't hit every ride, if you don't get to see every meet and greet, if you made that list way too long and that expectation way too high, let it go. It'll be okay. Maybe another time you'll get to go back and experience that. And I know a lot of people view Disney, especially as this once in a lifetime visit, so we have to do it all. But I think that's a lot of times where people tend to put too much pressure on themselves and their families, and they end up not enjoying their experience at all. At all the times that we've gone to Disney, when we've had too much planned, which is one of the reasons we don't do the dining plan, is because I feel like it's too much of a strict schedule that we don't get to enjoy our time as much. So let go of some of that pressure. No, Disney World is massive and it's impossible to do it all in one trip, but just go and enjoy what you do get to do. All right. If your little one does melt down mid-trip, just know it's okay. We've all been there. It's going to happen. Take a deep breath. You're not doing anything wrong. Everyone knows you're doing your best, and honestly, they are too. It's just a lot. It truly is. Some of my favorite memories at a theme park is when it wasn't picture perfect, when we didn't have a plan and we just went in and winged it, and we truly enjoyed it. Now, I know with Disney, there's a lot more you have to plan because you have to have your lighting lanes and things like that. But try not to stress it too much. Try to enjoy yourself and have a great vacation. Make sure you give yourself some grace, give your kids some grace, and maybe get yourself a treat too, because you've earned it. All right, friends, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me your best meltdown tip. Let me know if you agree with these tips or if there's anything you would have changed. Do you have a funny theme park tantrum moment? What did you do and how did you handle it? Let's normalize the chaos and share the tips that work. And that way we can all go into this a lot smoother. And if you need help planning your trip, we would love to help. Please let us. You can reach out to me at letsmakememoriestravel.com, or you can email me at christina@letsmakememoriestravel.com. All right, please subscribe and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.